Hello. Now then, welcome back. This is episode 18 of our Emberpelts playthrough on the Hiding from the Rainstorm map. Probably the last game we'll ever play in Experimental 1.0 as the game has released. So it's exciting to be back in the Experimental branch just this one last little time. Last time, we've pretty much cracked water. We've cracked farms, I think. We've cracked some rocks to get some space up here. We've also cracked bots. So let's get these guys running around. Everything seems to be coming up Millhouse. We've started to build some bits and pieces up here for what's going to be some of the monument stuff. We are stuck behind gears, which is always the problem. And to sort some of that out, at least, we need to build some more of these bad boys, which is going to live up here somewhere, somehow. Probably on here. So all of, or most of, this has now been shifted elsewhere. We can make space up here for those. Builders should rip out most of that. But we should now be able to get in some industry up here to get everything in somewhat efficiently. Let's place that yonder there. We could stick another one of those in if we really wanted to. And we're going to need power, so let's click and wire that into there. They should be able to build that fairly quickly if we weren't using gears and everything else. Wow, that's that done at least. Let's just pause that and that for now, just to give us some chance of building them. I think the Good Statistic Mods isn't happy. Don't believe that that's quite the case, but unless everyone's really thirsty in 3 days, I don't think we're going to drink 8.2k of water, but hey-ho, we will see how that goes. I think after a couple of days it'll sort itself out. Not entirely sure what it bases it on, but we'll figure it out. Anywho, underneath here in the pit, bot pit, most things are rocking and rolling. We do need to get bots building stuff in here, which will make things a little bit easier for us, but we need more of them. And you're struggling with what? Limbs, as usual. That's fine, because I bet you need all the gears. Yeah, okay, so as usual, it's a gear problem. It's always a gear problem. Oops. It's about a little bit too far. That's in, so hopefully we get someone in there. Kind of short on actual real beavers, but that's okay. You could probably do with some plank storage up here, actually, so let's fix that problem. Apologies if you can hear the wind. There's a bit of a storm brewing outside. You can be for gears, and you can supply. Thanks very much. Send them wherever they need to go. Are we out of oil? Are we out of seeds? Probably. Which one of these is... That's corn juice, disgusting. Speaking of canola oil, that's okay. Wheat flour, maple. Yeah, I think we're just out of that. I suppose up here there's a little one extra there, so let's rip that out. When this is a bad tide, it kills quite a lot of stuff. There's a bad thing there. don't particularly want to mess with it. I think it kills most of the stuff around here, so we don't have a lot of planting space left. You don't need to exist anymore, I don't think. I believe you can reach all of that. Yes, you can. We'll find out soon what this actually breaks, but this should also stay green at this point as well, so depending on how bad this is around here, of course, we do need more area for farming, and we probably have to turn this back on, which I didn't really want to do, but probably going to be worth it. I think what will definitely be worth doing, though, is we just zoop all that across there, but it's probably easier to just do this. Something along those lines. If that keeps this area a little bit greener, we don't really have to worry too much about this. We could also take advantage of that and have this teetering on the edge of here. With that, looks like the good statistics mod has sorted its life out. That's good. Good to see. So I think down here, though, it's going to have to be planting canola. Which, will grant you was down here originally, and then I ripped it all out to thinking never needing it again. However, we obviously do. So it's going to go back in. It's a tiny bit more efficient, though, so it's okay. What might be an idea is if we did that. That may give it a bit more reach than up here, so we can tidy up a tiny bit. Yeah, we can. So, let's say goodbye to this guy. I kind of leave that as is, but we do get quite a bit extra planting, so let's just lay all of that in. I think that's about it. We actually get loads. Alright, well, let's just go for gold. Chuck it all in. Get in what you can. It'd be nice if this actually stayed highlighted so you could see everything first, but never mind. Do we need these paths down here? I think the answer to that is no, so let's just rip that out. Down here we can rip that out because we don't need it. And yeah, let's just go like so. Something along those lines. There is nobody here to work it, but that is okay, kinda, sort of. We could probably safely start to pull these down by one. We used to have a glut of them, but now we don't. So let's do that. They're now planted, so you don't need to exist up here as a job, so we'll leave that as is. Do want bots in there at some point, but that's going to be a bit of a tall ask, I think. I'm hoping that increases the depth a little bit. And I'm hoping they can reach it all. That is the other question. I'm probably going to have to end up ripping out all of these trees, but what's that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? It's probably on the cusp. But let's just bump this up a little bit. Just get someone in here. And at least we're planting stuff, so... There we go. I think we've maximised everything we could ever want. Okay, maybe not. Let's just take a quick look at bad tide stuff. I'm not sure why I paused it, but I did. That'll make itself known shortly. Nope, think we're good. Bad watch should be coming out of here, which it is. Should be coming off there, which it is. And coming out of here, which it is. And also on here, which it is. Fantastic. Everything is looking good. They must be able to reach that because they can reach everywhere else, so that's good for that. That's now getting planted, so happy days with that. Alright, how's the gears looking? They are going up nicely, so 4 seems to be the magic number. Which should mean we're storing them down here somewhere, yes. Which means these should now be produced at speed. And as long as there is stuff in stock, everything should be down here. So planks, metal, gears, yeah. Planks, logs, gears, but chassis. There is no metal actually. Well, that needs to be fixed. Let's put that there. You need to be metal blocks. You are the wrong thing altogether. I think that's why I didn't put you in here. We need one of these. Or metal, thank you. These should all be set to receive, which they are. Good. Once these two are built, they'll be able to pick up all of this junk, which, you know what, I'll just mark it now. And then we can at least make sure that they find a home before they disappear. We have lubricant and fuel. Should you just be obtain? Probably. Yes, alright, good. They will sort that out when they get a chance, and that does mean that if gears are rocking and rolling, we should be able to get this built pretty snappy. So let's do that and that. And with any luck, this should jump up. There's one there. Yeah, so the bots will take over. Currently at 0 with the bots, that's fine. I would like to migrate them into dangerous territory. What are you doing? I think there was a bot down here doing next to nothing, which is still true, but we do need to get that in and that in, and hopefully... Ah, can't put that there. I bet we can put it there. Yes, we can. Cool. These ones, I'm not too fussed. We'll leave that alone. Once those are in, which shouldn't take them too long, this guy can get back on it. I think everything's smart for cooking, which it is. I mean, for the sake of it, just do that. They probably can't build them. Yeah, didn't think they could. Tell me you can't reach them now. Aha, good. So that's up here. This engine is up here. That needs to have haulers to come and fill it up. And there we go. We are grooving with tribute to ingenuity. That should, hopefully, cheer up some of the beavers and give us some extra points. We've obviously been at 50 before, somehow. I'm not sure how, but we have been there. And we just need to fix some of the other bits and pieces. But yes, looking good. So first things first. There we go. Here they come. Nice, 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 nice. I would like to convert you into bots for safety reasons. I think 4's good enough. I would like to convert you into bots too. I think for the time being we'll just pause you, because it's going to be okay. You lack canola oil. Because you lack canola seeds. Are seeds up here? That's the question. Tomatoes, bricks, cornmeal, wheat, bell peppers. The answer is no. Alright. Well, we can fix that. We can't fix that easily, though. Let's probably cause umbrage by taking that out. Should be able to get seeds in here, though, wherever they are, wherever they may be. There we go. I don't actually think we have any in storage whatsoever. That was a bit of a whoopsie, but we will get that sorted. I think if we just do this and the spirally twirly stairs, like so, I think we'll be fine. We can extend it if we need to. In fact, it may actually be a better idea. Let's do that. However, just get the old... do the old spiral this way. Something along those lines, so we can extend out as needed. Could be a better idea to use dirt, but I think we'll be okay. These things should be keeping up nicely. Clay... not sure needs... it's got big storage anyway, actually, so it's fine. Good, that's built. It's a bit convoluted, but we'll be fine. So beets and radishes are there, so why are you so slow? Probably haulers, to be fair. We have a spare bot though, so that's fantastic. That is a problem. That's okay, because it keeps some of it alive still, so... this should be okay. That's halfway through, and then we should be good to go. So we're at balance with the beavers, that's okay. You finished here. Are you too far away to reach that? Yes, you are. So let's move this one more time. That should be able to get around there, so bot for that and pause that. Once that's finished, they should be able to get everything. These can go now. Nice. Cycle 44, looking good. Managed to get up to 57 briefly, so that's nice. Hopefully these injuries come down a lot. I wouldn't want to hope to keep this hospital wing running indefinitely. I think we can also tidy up down here. There's corn. That's engines, that's okay. I don't believe we're making fuel anywhere else other than down here. Oops, wrong one. And that's just the lube. So maybe a better idea just to leave that and put it up here. You're down on pine resin because are we at pines? That's maple. Yes, we have like 5 pines. That's don't know why I'm shocked that that was never going to be a problem. Okay. Well, given that we have all this corn, I think we can safely rip this out. Hopefully, okay, they're already bored, so they can come in and rip that out straight away. Get someone into here. Line it up. And none of it's marked for cutting, at least it shouldn't be anymore. And I'm hoping that's enough. It probably isn't, but it's back in and that's getting planted. They can't plant there anyway. I mean, there's a bit more water in there than I expected, to be honest, but that's fine. Just rip those out. I could put some storages in there to fix that, I think, but we'll not worry about it just yet. Okay, so how are we doing for everything? We're full on apples, so actually, could we rip those out and go for pine? I think we can. Again, this has been ripped out and put back in about 15 times. Leave those alone. But yeah, rip that out. We'll put more pines in, and we can get rid of this guy. We will need to create space to get that collected, actually, so where are you? If you were to live here, your reach is not very good. If you were to live here, you can reach everything. Alright, well, that works for me. This is not the most efficient layout, I will give you that, but it's what we had available to us at the time, so we'll stick with it. Boom. Right, I'm hoping that's enough. You are in reach, so I don't know why you haven't been planted. I assume it's because you're on the outer edge. Okay, so corn is terrible. There's tons of it up here, though, so I think we need to get these farms sorted out. Anything that can be collected should be collected by haulers. And if it's full, it's full. I'm fine with. What's that? Oh, that's an engine underneath, that's okay. No seeds yet, but they'll be coming shortly, I'm sure. Could extend that slightly. We don't have any way to plant trees up here anyway, so that's okay. We could put some more in over here, actually. Potentially. might be worth doing, actually, just to get some more pines in. It's quite close. Or let's see how this goes first. Shouldn't be too bad. Hoping it's okay. So with us being stuck behind that, we're a bit of a sticky situation, but that's okay. We have board bots, so that's fine. They can go into there. Dangerous jobs. Let's get them working 24/7. Phoenix Essence, I think we can pause. And seeing as we've just created a load of work for them, we'll get those put in as well. Again, low-hanging fruit jobs, which should be fine, but it should be for 10. It should be for 10, so we'll have a spare one, but that's okay. Right, other industry that we can move up here. Don't want to move those just yet. Logs should really, metal should really be moved up there. So let's see how we're going to achieve that, given what we've built. Probably not very easily, actually. Because these are big boys and they need to fit in. Where is it? There it is. Oh, he is a chunky boy. Yeah, that one is going to be an interesting one, actually. In hindsight, it would have been easier to flip all this around, so let's do that. And quickly retire these guys and put them back in. Yes, it's a bit of a waste of resourcing, but if we did that, just get all of these emptied. Not that there's anything in them anyway, so we can get that picked up. And this path underneath here, let's just go down a couple of levels. We're going to have to lose this because it's kind of in the way. Let's bin this guy off too. And just the path. We'll connect that up. That should be fine. So, some stuff has come in. So gate is... I didn't think that was in this one, but they're okay. Weird to see things that are in 1.0 under Emberpelts, because not everything is here. So, there you go. That was an interesting one. Didn't expect to see it. Yeah, we're kind of stuck, aren't we? That won't fit that way. That will, as will that. Let's build them, though. Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of space, but... And that's obviously mega dead space. In fact, no. Not gonna do that. Don't do it. That though, because they can get some of them Phoenix things in here and probably other smaller-ish buildings in. But it does give us the opportunity to lay in some little storages for the scrap. Get that obtained, and then similar story for the results. Get that sent out. Alright. Good, seeds are coming in. Not many, but some. It's maple. Pines will be a while yet. That's shooting on up. We have 8 spare there. So you will be for bots, as will you. That keeps them out of trouble. I think there's any more mega dangerous jobs. I don't think that's an injury potential. Alright. Fuel can be injured here. We need 2, so why not? You need to be corn and water, which, yeah, it's probably why we're out of corn. Good, that's getting ripped out. Again, we're down on all the beavers that we had spare, so I think we can bump that up to get that picked up. Corn up here also needs a helping hand, so let's get that back in. Hold us onto that. Yeah. They'll come in as they come in, I suppose. Okay. Tuning through bad water, though. No. Where they will be getting injured, other than the mines, these 5,000, which we don't have, and so okay, need a lot. We do need a lot. You should be obtained. So, where are you? You're turning away. I guess we just need to have a couple of more of you. That could do with being botted as well. So it's going up the amount of science we need again. It's been a while since needing any, but it was always going to need to happen. Do we need anything down here? No, so as long as this is getting fed, which it is, that's getting fed out, which it is not. Let's just do a couple more then. Supply is still good. I think we're in a good situation here, folks. So let's just have a look at what we can do to make things a little bit better for the beavers. Other than the injuries. So these are campfires. They need a rooftop terrace at all somewhere would be good. A weather vane, bust statues, scratches and carousels. We would need to power that. Where could we put... Aha, we could actually. We could turn this area into dealing with that stuff actually. So if we were to move this somehow up here. So Kablamo sticks can go... you're under landscaping, that's why. I can never find you. Explosives factory. Could, in theory, fit here. Yeah, let's put that there. We will need better storage. Let's lay the groundwork for that. that, do we? No, actually we do. We do need that. You will be for kaboom sticks. Don't believe we have a tank for bad water, actually, underneath here. No. That is unfortunately a door, but we could get one in here, I think, if we were to blast this out. I believe. Let me just... Yeah. So I don't think this is used for anything, so let's just rip that out. And hope that there's nothing structural with this. I don't believe so. Just zoom out to get rid of that hideous noise. And kaboom. No leaks. Good. It's a bit out the way, but let's just duplicate that to live there. And you become bad water. It's a little bit closer. Alright. It's a little bit of a walk, but it'll be okay. Path yonder. That fixes that, so that should come up there. We can get rid of this. Do that. They're looking good. So let's just see how we get on with getting rid of these. So if these numbers stay up with just those two up top, I think we can rip these out. And the carousel has unlimited power, mostly, down here. We also need to shift this guy, but he doesn't really have a place to live up here. Although, I don't think we actually need this many water pumps, if I'm totally honest. So, I may just do something along those lines. And then figure out what depth this noise is. I think it's just 3s. Yes, it is. We're probably going to need to go into the drink at some point to fix some of these issues with this scrap that's in the way, but that should give us a decent platform with which to build some more stuff on. So if we need more, we can put some more in. If we need to move, well, we will move. Move these logs. Do kind of live up here, but I think logs being turned into planks down here makes some sense. So that's going to be okay. We have board beavers, well, bot beavers anyway. Let's... Yeah, we still need more. I think we're going to have to rush this. So let's just say... something like that. This is a massive waste of resources, but we'll be making 50 science an hour at that point. That should pump that up. Pump up jam. What is this? What is this? Is this a new thing? I've never seen that before. I'll not mess with it in case it crashes the game, which would be devastating. We don't want that at all. Good, 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 good. So, if we were going to commit to get rid of this area anyway, we would need 2 more. Ah, yes, you need a path. Why are you complaining? I wondered why you had an issue. Yeah, that would have actually been better. Blitz. Sorry. My bad. But it does give us a chance to put some storage stuff here if we need to. So, up here we do need to get in this bad boy. It's going to be a bit convoluted, so let's say goodbye to this guy here. Let's just square this off. Could have built it with overhangs, but never mind. It won't take them long. So that goes there. We can actually not bother with these then. Route is approaching, that's okay. Down here, we should... Can we get another one in? Probably not, actually. But we could if this goes away. Because we do need the space in the entrance to get someone in. I mean, actually, what we could do is just get rid of that, and that. They are severely underpowered at this point, which is okay. But if this just flips one way, everything should line up. And that should now fit in there, and you can be for the extract. It's a bit of a distance, I will grant you. May actually be worth making that extract and you being the beets and the carrots, I think it was. Yes. You need to be supply. Yes, correct. And I think the only thing we can do here is not much, actually, because they have very few joining points. Even if we were to build above on this, it's all now structural for all of this noise, so it's kind of an issue. A bit of a conundrum, that one, but I think we can probably get away with it. Well, we could have got away with it if I had to have broken all of this. Maybe it'll work. Let's see. Down a level, one more. And then maybe this will work. It doesn't say they can't build it, so... May as well join that together, I suppose. There's a ton of fuel there anyway, so that's going to be fine. This is probably somewhere else on the build order. Thought it'd be so close that you could just hook in there, but no. It wasn't to be. Alright, so I guess we're building these anyway then. Like so. And... tell me you haven't got power now. Just pause that a second so they don't get too excited by causing themselves an issue. And play. So this thing should now be fed nice enough. That should be connected soon. Which it is, which means this is now running at full power again. Yep. No. Ah yes, because these are no longer connected. So, how can we fix that? I'm not sure it's possible to do. Although maybe it is. If we were to... Okay, 6-day drought, nothing too hasty to worry about. Yeah, that one's not going to be easy to fix. What would be easier is to just connect them together in a different way. Kind of built myself into a black hole here. That is an annoying rattling sound. Let's just get out of there. That's all connected to there. We just need to bring the power downstairs. This is going to be disgusting, but let's... something like that, I think. That, as much of an abomination as it is, should connect everything up. We could put in our curly stairs back into there, and we'll just straight stairs it up to there, which means this can go away. How have you connected it down that? Oh, we do not need this at all. No, we do, because... oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? There, that is what we need. And the power should jump up once that's built. 3 more things, 3 more logs. Let's go. Beautiful. Right. Fantastic. The grids are joined. We are in a good place. Alright, so that's now moved up. We can no longer worry about this being up here. Let's empty this. The science is rolling in, so I can only assume that this abomination is done. That is maxing out the power grid. I think only because nobody's working. But you can now be bots. You can also be bots. You can also... and a bit more to go for that. It's probably going to hit that, which it is. Need that tapping up. Gonna need another one of these. Just stick it. This is all temporary, so it's just to get us the science to get the bots into the dangerous jobs. How are our pines doing? Soon. Very soon. You can go away. Corn is still terrible. I suppose it is the pinnacle of our entire industry though, so... if we were to look at the squeezers... beets and radishes... yeah, they don't give us much. If it was made out of apples, of which we have loads of, probably end up in the same situation. Okay. Bell peppers, how are you looking? You're full. So full they can't rip them all out the ground, so let's... assuming they can rip them all out, which they probably can't, but let's do it anyway. But we'll just corn this up. Oh, it's not the dry bits. I think that's everything. Yeah, we'll just have to wait for that to get ripped out if they can't get it. That's okay. Let's just get more corn planted in. As much as they can get, and I think that'll put us in a good spot. We're probably going to need to make more corn, maybe up here. We'll see how that goes for us. Industry's moved up there for the most part. Geese are holding fairly steady. I think we can live without those. That's going up, so we can definitely live without that. Metal is fine. I'm gonna commit to ripping this out. So we have 20 board bots. Not quite at the 10k of science yet, but that'll be okay. 2 days left in this drought, and I think what we'll do at the end of this is we will call this episode here. I need to actually connect this to a path to make it worthwhile. That is a true story. Now you can. And that bot should cut those trees down for us. So while we're in a drought, there's not much we can do, but it does mean that we can get... automation is here. This is new also. I think this has been updated to take the most of it, but we're not going to touch it in this playthrough. That's our other one. We should be able to afford this guy. He's a big boy, alright. I suppose if that's literally the only place that can live... Which it is, I guess we'll do that like that. Not chew through some of us resources, that's for sure. But we don't need this guy running, I don't think. No, we do. It's this guy we don't need running. The old magic roundabout here should give them something fun and exciting to do that are bored. Play that tune. We don't need you to exist anymore, so I'll get rid of that. Yep, so just to tidy up down here, I think we could probably get another one in here with use of platforms and whatnot. Probably the best way of dealing with it. These can move up, I think. Once they're gone, that'll be fine. So that is now all in balance. Still need a lot more science to come in, but that shouldn't take them too long. Still no pine resin though. Let's get that set to obtain. That's probably not going to help. It's not. Nearly here. These 5 trees. 6. I don't even know if you're in range. 6 pines are not going to be enough. I don't know why I didn't do anything about it sooner, but there you go. You live, you learn, I suppose. We could flip the fuel to apples. I think that's probably a good idea. So let's make you not apples? Okay, what was you then? Oh, you're making juice. I need the fuel thing. Where is the fuel thing? Power? That's engines. Refinery. What are our options? So we went with corn. Because that gives us 50 of them. Beets are looking mighty fine. We also could do with getting them in the bad water actually, so we could fix that actually. Charcoal is also on the up. We could make use of bad water. Nice. Yeah, I think that's... No, we're saving up the science, but never mind. Fill that up. Let's turn you into the bad water recipe. We've got a ton of fuel, we'll just need to keep an eye on it, I think. But here we are in the new cycle. Tidy this up. I don't think we need a Phoenix Distillery, to be honest. I think these can also go away. Okay, let's empty that. empty that. I don't know if these can go elsewhere, but let's set them to empty. And move this into the pit. Yeah, the ideal would have been to put it there, but never mind. I mean, the ideal actually would have probably been to put it there, but again, never mind. Yeah, I think we'll just... You are bad water. Let's put this path in and call it a day for this episode, I think. So, while I lay in this convoluted pathing system and put in a little storage to get charcoal, I believe. No, it would be the other one, wouldn't it? Always is. Charcoal supply. That should hopefully keep this guy powered. Do you need 2 of those and a ton of bad water? Let's just duplicate that, I think. But make you bad water as an obtain. I should keep that fed and watered. Anyway, right, let's let them leave. That's all sorted. I don't think we can do anything with these. They look full, so never mind. Don't know what we're going to use it for, but we've got a stash of it. This area is nice and clear, so we should be seeing pretty much benefit to the beavers on everything. Probably look to reduce the working day for the bio beavers, might be a good idea. We have plenty of spare bots, so let's get them on that. They should now be all bots in here, but we'll sort this out next time. So we just need to migrate the rest of the jobs over to bots and start concentrating on getting stuff put together to build the big wonder. And I think we're nearly at the end of this playthrough, actually, but also so far so good. It's been a bit arduous, but we got there. We're kind of safe and protected at this point, so we can put those in for 1 and leave it here. Thank you very much for watching, as always. If you have any comments, please chuck them down below and I will give them a read as always. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one, which is probably going to be dispersed with the automation one, because, well, that one's quite fun actually, because it's all new and shiny, and it's 1.0 mostly. It's still the experimental, but I think that one will port over okay, but we'll see. I guess that. But anyway, enough yammering. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.